Okay, Bismillah. Okay, folks, we're looking at scatter graphs now. Bismillah. Let's get started. The scatter graph shows some information about the marks of 6 students. It shows each student's marks in maths and science. Can you put on the following 4 marks? So I want everybody now to put those 4 marks on there. Okay? Marks. So you got maths and science. Maths and science, there are coordinates. So your maths is your x coordinates and your science is your y coordinates. Right, folks, this is where I've got my 4 points. 22, 30 over here. Okay, I've drawn my 4 points on there. So 22, 30 was the first one. 8, 12. Sorry, 8, 12 was this one. This is 8, 12. This one here is 22, 30. This one is 17, 24. And this one here is 24. Okay, so 26, 24. Done. Now we need to draw a line of best fit. Okay, the line of best fit. Okay, we're going to try to draw a line of best fit now that goes through the middle of this data. So let's choose a line. Choose okay, let's choose a blue line. Okay. Okay. Right. When you do a line of best fit, it needs to be in such a way that you got as many points above it as below. You want to have it exactly equal each time. So, for example, you got the actual. Okay, let's have a look. It goes through, how many points it goes through? It actually goes through 1 point here. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points there. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4 points below it. So it's a nice halfway between each point. Now we can use this line to answer the questions. So on the scatter graph, plot the graph, draw a line of best fit, describe the correlation. What kind of correlation is this, folks? This is called a positive correlation. Okay, positive correlation. Okay. Use the line of best fit to estimate the mark in maths for the student who got 18 in science. So what we're going to do, 18 in science. Hang on a second, folks, hang on. What did you get 18 in science? Where's science? Here. So we need to go get a line and go to the graph and come straight down. So I'm using this technique here. Okay. So if you look over here, this is 18 over here. 18 for science. That goes across, hit the blue line, comes straight down, and that gives me approximately in mind round about 14. 14 score for maths. And the one I've done.
I got 19. I got 11. I got 14.
I don't know, it depends on how big your line is basically. For that one. So what we're doing here, what I'm doing here, I've gone across this line here, across, and then down. Okay, done? Okay, so here's the next question. We just plotted on 2 points, and now we need to draw a line of best fit. Remember, it's an average line that goes through as many data points as possible, and as many points above it as it has below it. Okay, let's get ready for our line, folks. I've put little 2 markers there to help me draw my line. So we've got a line, and we want a red line. Okay, let's
I think mine's wrong.
okay, we need to do, okay, I'm going to start it. Okay, hang on a second. Let's draw a line now. Okay, we are going to go roughly through here like this. I'm going to start from here. And I'm going to take the line across. Okay, now I'm going to extend the line slightly. Well, actually, it doesn't need to necessarily go too big, but I'm going to make it a bit more. Okay. Just extending it a bit so you kind of, we can see the uniformity. Oops. Okay, just making the line a bit longer than what it originally was, so you can see what happens. Sorry for the Okay, that looks a bit better, yeah? Nice big straight line. Okay, now that we've done our line of best fit, I'm quite happy with that. If you look at the line of best fit, we've got 1 point below, 2 points here, 2 points above it, 1 little point over here. It's a nice average line. Now, the next question says here, describe the relationship. What do we say about this relationship here, folks?
Negative.
So, if we have a
Negative correlation.
negative correlation. Don't write negative on its own information, write the correlation as well. Negative correlation is the answer for question part B. Okay, part C. Part C says, find an estimate for the time it takes 1 centimeter ice cube to melt when its temperature is 25 degrees centigrade. So we need to go across to 25 ounce. So I'm going to use my little, okay, and we're going to use a rectangle. Where's 25, folks? 25 is roughly where?
Between 24. Okay.
So 25, you go up. Mine is slightly out, folks. Okay, bear with me, please. Okay. So what we are actually doing here, we are going up along this line here, which is starting on 25. We're hitting the line and going straight across, and that gives us a 19, 21. Okay, so on my particular one here, I'm getting an answer of approximately 19. So answer to part C is 19 minutes. We'll do for part C. Okay, next question. It says that Sue's data cannot be used to predict how long it will take 1 centimeter ice cream to melt when the temperature is 100. Why is that? Okay, but how do we say that? So for part D,
we could tell.
why can't we say that? So there's no data values to support that conclusion. There is no data values to predict a temperature of. There's no data values to predict it. So now, as we said before, there's no data values to predict a temperature of 100 degrees Celsius between 70 and no data values to predict a temperature of 100 degrees. I think we need to be a bit more specific here. There's no data values greater than, slide in, greater than 70 degrees. Okay, in order to predict a temperature of 100. So from here to here, there's no data, so you can't tell. Okay, done. There's no data values greater than 70 degrees to predict a temperature of 100 degrees. Done. Okay.